in addition to what we talked about earlier, reforming prohibition,
Sure,
or the enforcement of it, I think it's also important to talk about the way that policing is conducted. I mentioned that earlier. It's something I feel very strongly about. This is where I've found that we see the divide between a lot of lowercase L libertarians and capital L libertarians is on this issue. I've noticed it present itself on this more than any other topic. I think the capital L libertarians, like me and perhaps Mark, I'm guessing, I believe that when police interact with Americans, that they stop and detain and to start questioning and deal with laws governing how they interact, I think there needs to be some major legislative reforms in this area. I think that they need to be national because these are constitutional issues.
okay.
I think that that gives the federal government authority to, in large part, create a minimum expectation of non-initiation of violence against Americans when they encounter law enforcement.
All right. You want to give us some examples of what things you find wrong with the current?
So a friend of mine, he was a combat veteran from, I believe, Iraq and Afghanistan, or perhaps just Iraq. In Iraq, a lot of the counterinsurgency that was going on was very urban in nature, where in Afghanistan, most of it was very rural, is what I understand.
Okay.
People have rights to have firearms in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're not illegal. Some people carry them around. The rules of engagement governing self-defense in the United States military for a soldier or a Marine in Iraq are set a higher bar for use of lethal force for shooting someone than the rules of engagement that most police departments have in most states in the United States. Wow. Simply fearing for your life does not give an armed agent of the state license to kill someone. No. They have to actually point a gun at you, or shoot at you, or hit you in the head with a brick, or swing a brick at you.
Or whatever.
That's right.
Okay.
Simply fearing for one's life does not give a law enforcement agent.
And you think there's some federal legal guidelines that could be instituted that would cause that to be more
than guidelines.
Oh, okay.
We have constitutional amendments, and Mark could probably guess what the details of these would be.
Well, good. That's an interesting topic to end on. I think we've come to the end of this hour.